Hello and welcome dear student in the next lecture of the topic solid state. So dear student, in the last lecture we have seen biomathematical analysis. The points are arranged in a space in different 14 ways. Is called as a Bravais lattice, and therefore there are 7 types of a unit cell. Are there cubic unit cell, tetragonal unit cell, hexagonal unit cell, monoclinic unit cell, rhombohedral unit cell, triclinic unit cell, and orthorhombic unit cell. So the 14 Bravais lattice, they are divided into 7 types of unit cell, and as we know, unit cell, it is the basic repeating structural unit of a crystalline solid. So out of that 7 unit cell, in this topic solid state, we have to study only a cubic unit cell. Cubic unit cell, and therefore the structure of these cubic unit cell. So suppose this is the cube, and we have to study only these cubic unit cell, and therefore this is the structure of a primitive or simple cubic unit cell. Primitive or simple cubic unit cell means they are having only 8 corners, or each unit cell, any one of the type, they are distinguished by their edge length. These are the edge length of these cubic unit cell. The edge lengths are A, B and C. A, B and C, and the angle between A, B and C are alpha, beta and gamma. So dear student, out of these 7 unit cell, we have to remember only these cubic unit cell, for which here, for these cubic unit cell, what we know for these cubic unit cell, A equal to B equal to C, and alpha equal to beta equal to gamma, which is equal to 90 degree. For this cubic unit cell, the edge length ABC, here the ABC, all these 3 sides are equal, and the angle between A, B and C, that is alpha, beta and gamma, they are equal. That means is equal to 90 degree. So in this topic we have to study only the cubic unit cell. So this is the cubic unit cell, and next to that we have seen the number of particles per simple cubic unit cell, body centered cubic unit cell and face centered cubic unit cell. And as we see, the number of particles per simple cubic unit cell. Suppose this is our simple cubic unit cell, and they are having 8 corners. They are having 8 corners, and each corner having only 1/8 part of the one particle. So one simple or primitive cubic unit cell, it is having how many particles for this simple cubic unit cell? It is having only 1 particle, because there are 8 corners, and in each corner it only the 1/8 part is involved, and therefore the number of particles per simple cubic unit cell is only 1. For body centered cubic unit cell, this is a simple cubic unit cell, and at the center of these cube, if we insert, if we having one particle, they are not shared with anyone. So for the body centered cubic unit cell, each corner having how many particles? 1, plus at the center of the cube, it is having one whole particle, and therefore for these body centered cubic unit cell, the number of particles per unit cells are 2. And for the face centered cubic unit cell, that is in FCC, the number of particles are, face centered means along with the corner, means with these simple cubic unit cell. For the face centered, there are how many faces per unit cell? There are 6 phases per unit cell. But out of that, only half part is involved in these cubic unit cell. If this is elongated in all sides, then only half part is in this one cubic unit cell. For these phase, these phase, these phase, these phase, these and this. So there are 6 phases, but only half part is involved per phase, and therefore here we can say that for the face centered 1 plus, if there are the 6 phases, but only half part is involved per phase, is equal to 3, and the number of particles per face centered cubic unit cells are 4. This part we have discussed in our last lecture. So the number of particles, this is a cubic unit cell, and these are the sides, and for this cube, out of that 7 unit cell, we have to study only this cubic unit cell, in which the A equal to B equal to C, means all these 3 sides, edge lengths are same, and the angle alpha, beta and gamma, they are equal and is equal to 90 degree. And therefore you must have to remember that the number of particles per simple cubic unit cell SCC is equal to 1, for BCC is equal to 2, and for FCC it is equal to 4. So dear student, this is our number of particles we have discussed in our last lecture. So next to that, here we have one derivation, that means a relation between, here we have to relate, or we have to come to know about the relation between molar mass, density and age length of unit cell. Means if we consider the cubic unit cell, then we have to relate the relation between, we have to derive the relation between molar mass, density and the age length of the unit cell. And this is derived by using some steps. These are derived by using some steps here. So from our previous knowledge, we know about that what is mean by density, what is mean by molar mass according to the Mohr concept, and the age length. Suppose here we have these cubic unit cell. We have these cubic unit cell. Therefore, this is the age length of these cubic unit cells. The 3-dimensional structure. So this is the age length A. This is also age length, and it is the age length. So here in the cubic unit cell, the age length A, here we have the age length. In the first step, what we come to know? The age length, which is equal to A. Age length which is equal to A. Therefore, the volume What is the volume of the unit cell? Therefore, the volume which is equal to, as we know from our previous knowledge, volume which is equal to length into breadth into height, or area into height. This is our area and this is our height, and therefore here the volume of this unit cell which is equal to, dear student, here volume which is equal to A into A, that is, it is the cube of A cube. The volume of the unit cell which is equal to A cube. So this is our first step. Then the second step, we have to calculate the mass of a unit cell. We have to calculate the mass of a unit cell, and for that we know, suppose the mass of one particle, which is equal to small m. Suppose here the mass of one particle is equal to m, and therefore the particle per unit cell, here the mass of one particle is m. The mass of one particle is, suppose the mass of one particle is m, and there are n particles per unit cell. एका पार्टिकलचा मास किती आहे m, but there are how many particles per unit cell? If you consider the cubic unit cell, then the particle per unit cell are m. The mass of one particle is m, and the particle per unit cell are n. And therefore here the mass of a unit cell means one unit cell, it is having per unit cell, the mass of the particle per unit cell are n, and the mass of one particle is m, and therefore here we have a mass of unit cell. What is the mass of unit cell? The mass of one particle is m, and there are n particles in one unit cell, and therefore the mass of a unit cell which is equal to m into n. Understood? एका पार्टिकलचं मास हे m आहे, आणि असे किती पार्टिकल आहेत एका युनिट सेल मध्ये? n आहे. म्हणून टोटल मास ऑफ युनिट सेल किती आलं? m into n. So in the next step, that is in the third step, as we know what is the density of a substance is same as that of the density of a unit cell, and therefore density, which is denoted by a letter rho, density is denoted by a letter rho, and as we know from our previous knowledge, what is the density? Here we have to calculate the density of a unit cell. That means the density of a substance which is equal to mass of unit cell divided by volume of unit cell. What is meant by density? Density which is equal to mass of a unit cell divided by volume of a unit cell. So here mass of a unit cell which is equal to mass of a unit cell equal to here what? In the second point we have to calculate the mass of unit cell which is equal to m into n divided by the volume of unit cell, which is equal to A cube. The volume of unit cell which is equal to A cube. In the next step, we have a molar mass of a substance, and from our mole concept, from our 11th standard, what is mean by a mole in terms of a molar mass and in terms of Avogadro's number. And as we know, a mole or a 1 mole which is equal to how many number of particles? 1 mole which is equal to Avogadro's number of particles. That means 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 number of particles which is equal to 1 mole. But as we know, this number is an uncountable number, and therefore if we want to calculate the molar mass of the substance, or if we have calculated the 1 mole of that substance, then it is equal to its molar mass of that substance. That means here the molar mass which is equal to number of particles per mole. Molar mass म्हणजेच काय म्हणतो इथे आपण from our mole concept, the molar mass of a substance which is equal to the mass of particles per mole. Molar mass which is equal to the mass of particles per mole. Per moles means it contains the Avogadro's number of particles, and the mass of a particle is m. Mass of the particle is m, small m, and per mole means it contains the Avogadro's number of particles, and therefore m into Na. Na means Avogadro's number of particles. Therefore, the molar mass of a substance is given by the mass of one particle into number of particles per mole. Per mole means 1 mole. 1 mole having a Avogadro's number of particles, and the mass of one substance or one particle is m. Therefore, the molar mass of a substance which is equal to small m into Na. That means molar mass is denoted by capital M, which is equal to m into Na, and therefore here m means small m, mass of substance or mass of a particle which is equal to m divided by Na. M divided by Na. So up to these 4 required students, we have to repeat these again derivation. First, know the age length which is equal to A, and therefore the volume of unit cell which is equal to A cube. As we know, volume which is equal to area into height. But all these 3 sides are the same in the cubic unit cell, and therefore the volume of the unit cell which is equal to A cube, because the age length is A. Then the mass of one particle is considered as m, small m, and there are n number of particles is present per unit cell, and therefore the total mass of unit cell which is equal to m into n. Then next we have what is meant by density. Density of a unit cell is the density of a substance which is equal to mass of a unit cell divided by volume of a unit cell. And here we know what is the mass of unit cell. Mass which is equal to m into n divided by what is the volume of the unit cell, A cube. So next to that we know about our mole concept, molar mass which is equal to, molar mass means the mass of an atom per mole. Molar mass means the mass of an atom per mole. But a 1 mole having Avogadro's number of particles, and the mass of 1 particle is m, and therefore the total molar mass which is equal to m into n. But therefore m, small m means mass of 1 particle which is equal to molar mass divided by Avogadro's number. So in the next step here, what we have to do? We have to put the value of small m in this equation of rho. Here rho which is equal to m into n divided by A cube. But what is mean by m? M which is equal to molar mass into divided by here Na and A cube as it is. If we put the value of m, small m means mass of one particle, which is equal to molar mass divided by Avogadro's number, and put the value of this n in this equation, m upon Na, n as it is and A cube as it is. So this is the density of a unit cell. We have to calculate it. The density of a unit cell here, rho means the density of unit cell, which is equal to molar mass. Capital M means molar mass of a substance into number of particles per that unit cell, divided by Na means Avogadro's number into A cube. Here the number of particles. What is the value of number of particles? For a simple cubic unit cell, we have to remember that what is the value of these n means number of particles per unit cell, n which is equal to 1, n which is equal to 1 for simple cubic unit cell, n which is equal to 2 for body centered cubic unit cell. And what is the value of n for face centered cubic cell? It is equal to 4. So we have to remember that when we have solved some numericals on this density, on this part density, then what we have to value of n putting? So n which is equal to 1 for simple. If in that example the crystal structure is a simple cubic, then n is equal to 1. If it is a body centered cubic, then it is n is equal to 2. N means number of particles per unit cell. For simple cubic unit cell, it is equal to 1. For body centered cubic unit cell, it is equal to 2. And for face centered cubic unit cell, it is equal to 4. So dear student, here we have a relation between molar mass, density and age length of unit cell as rho equal to, rho means density, equal to molar mass into number of particles divided by Avogadro's number into A cube. So dear student, in this lecture, in this base lecture, we have completed here the very important part, that means the relation between molar mass, density and age length A of the unit cell or cubic unit cell. So dear student, we will stop here. If you have any doubt, then please ask me. So in today's lecture we stop here. In the next lecture we are having a new point. Till then, thank you.